Hi, I'm Tracey Bauer. I have a digital marketing agency, Lens on Luxury, based here in Marin. I recently had somebody reach out to me in a real estate agency here locally. I did a deep dive getting ready for that appointment, and what I found was really interesting. I realized really there's one agency out of everyone that has some strategy around kind of the marketing and what they're doing. So I thought I would put this together and send it out to the other agencies here about what I found, because I found it really fascinating. So I pulled the exact views, likes, comment counts on 695 videos across the biggest luxury real estate channels in our county in Marin. I read 7 competitor websites down to the code, because that's what I do. When I look at a company that I might potentially work with, I look at what I can see in the digital sphere for them, what I think their strategy is and what has been happening. I do a full AEO deep dive, which is answer engine optimization, which you need to have in place. It should have already been in place now, but you have got to have this done by 2027. I implement AEO for a lot of people, which is making sure that their websites, their socials, their Google business profile, it's all searchable by AI, which is super important. If you want to be one of the answers in ChatGPT and Claude and whatever people are using, you need to be able to make sure that you've done this work. But 50% of my company is also, we do social media, I do strategy, and we also help people make content as well. So I did a deep dive through Marin, and we looked at 695 videos, and I looked at these 7 competitors. I got really into this just because I live here in Marin. I do a lot of business work for other areas, Manhattan, or working with a client right now, down in Rancho Santa Fe. So I dig into other areas, but because this is my home and I've lived here for 30 years, I got really, really into it. Beautiful Instagrams. A lot of people understand that aspect of things, but they are missing the digital marketing strategy behind it. So 3 of the luxury teams has produced 538 of the videos that I looked at. Beautifully done. Drone work, good production, obviously spending quite a bit of money to make what they are. But what I also noticed is the most expensive looking content was also some of the least watched. So that was really kind of sad when I looked at all of this. So the typical video on 2 of these channels was only getting about 100 to 110 views. So what they're producing, even though it's beautiful and they liked the way it looked, it is not hardly getting any organic reach for them. So it is not doing the job it needs to be doing as a piece of marketing. Now here's the part that really got my attention, is one agent in that same market posted a single video themselves, just talking about Marin, and that video got 30,000 views. So part of your content strategy needs to be about broadening your market and broadening your brand. You need to be making a variety of content, and it needs to have a strategy around it. The thumbnail actually on this post looks like a screenshot, and the one video has done more than 30,000 views, and it's one of their highest engagements. So same thing that I had when we deep dived into Instagram. So I went through one of the top accounts in Marin, and their styled interiors, the shots that cost the most to produce, do only around 2,000 views. So what was interesting is their best performing was just a landscape on a summer morning. That one, because it was aspirational, got 40,000 views. So that post can bring in new audience to then might look at the rest of the stuff that you produce. So the cheapest thing that they had made all month outperformed their most expensive production values. So nobody's following you for the houses, they're following you for the life. But the single best post that I found was not a photograph, it was an off-market listing. And at the bottom of the caption, There was one line asking people to message a single word to get the details on this listing, which then got a ton of engagement, grew a list, and the more engagement that that post got, the more it showed it. So this is what social media is about. It's about engagement, and then the platform will organically share content. What I found in Marin is almost everyone was stuck at the same ceiling, around 2,000 views per post. So here's the good news in all of this. Almost every serious team in that market is stuck at the same 2,000 to 3,000 views a post, regardless of their following. More followers is not producing more reach. So somebody could have only 200 followers and still getting that same amount compared to somebody else that has 10,000 followers. So that's not necessarily the way social media works anymore either. So your ceiling is not your talent, it's not the budget, it's not your photographer, it's your method. You have to have a digital marketing plan and strategy behind what you're doing. I do AEO work, which I mentioned earlier. So what I did is I asked AI one of the questions that most people are going to ask, which was about school districts, whether a home with a certain mailing address actually sits in a certain school district, and the answer changes what the house is worth. Buyers ask it before they make an offer. So I asked the AI, and it answered with a high school in Kansas, then a high school in Ohio, and no local agent appeared in any of these queries that I was doing. It was really kind of funny. No local real estate site appeared either, and 45% of people now ask AI for local recommendations. A year ago, it was only 6%, but nowadays it's 45%, and I'm telling you by 2027, it's going to be out of control, and it's not going to be people asking anymore. Their agents will just be out searching for these things. So I put it all together. I have reports on this. The industry doesn't have a content problem. The photography is already beautiful. So the homes are already extraordinary. What I found was a funnel problem. You have to give people a reason to respond and engage with the content that you're making. And then you have to have a way of collecting the leads that are coming in and being able to nurture those leads to be your potential next sellers, buyers. So I saw very little strategy when I did this deep dive on Marin. So, which was kind of exciting for me because there's beautiful real estate agency companies here in Marin, and I would love to do some case studies with one or two of them because it would be super fun to completely change up the strategy and see what we could accomplish. So you need a funnel running underneath your content. You need a reason for people to be responding. You've got to be capturing that, and then you got to follow up with it. In today's day and age, a lot of that is done while you're sleeping, while you're out working with other people. This whole engine runs on its own when it's set up. And now the biggest part that almost nobody in real estate is doing yet. Buyers are asking a machine before they even ask a friend yet. So you need to be answering the questions that people are going to be querying. This is what answer engine optimization is. We do this with your website. We do this with your Google business profile. We do this with your social media, and it is a full content engine. When it is done well, those companies, agents, agencies start to show up in AI search for those questions that people are going to be asking for their next house here in Marin. So I'm not seeing this done at all really yet. So, oh my God, I'm so excited to work with one of you. A little bit about me. I did spend 33 years inside luxury before I started my own agency. I did leave corporate America 2 years ago and started Lens on Luxury. This is what I do. I'm very, very familiar with Marin. And I work with a small number of businesses who want to look as considered online as they do in person. So one of the things that I found in my old corporate job is my clients were having a hard time finding a marketing agency that understood luxury. And that propelled me when I was ready to make a change myself to start my agency. Nowadays, there's a strategy behind all of this. So people are making content, making beautiful content, but I'm not seeing a good strategy behind it, and definitely not an answer engine optimization strategy. So if somebody is interested in working with me, you just have to either, if it's on social media, say EEO. If this video has landed in your inbox, schedule an appointment with me. I will do this own deep dive on your company, and then we can talk about what it would look like to work with me and put a strategy in place for your agency. And this is wide open right now. Like, it's crazy how untapped this market is right now. So super excited to work with somebody.